Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the Eazy-Austin Show, starring your host, Eazy-Austin. I have a summer activities list tier list maker. Rank your favorite summer activities with the top row having your favorites and the bottom having your least favorites. I mean, it is currently July 22nd, right? And it's like smack dab in the middle of summer. And June has passed already. July we're smack dab in the middle of. We still have August to get through. And then by the time September hits, it'll be fall. It'll be great. Once September 1st hits, it's fall. I don't care what anybody says. That's my unpopular opinion. I'm sticking to that formula. We have 4 seasons. We could split the 4 seasons amongst the 3 months, which is 12 months of the year. And each season has 3 months to itself with 4 seasons. So if you don't like it, suck it. That's what I'm doing. And nobody can tell me otherwise. Anyways, here is our summer activities list tier maker. So, first up, we have a baseball game, and the baseball game team in question is the Boston Red Sox. So I'm pretty sure this was a Red Sox fan that made this tier list. I am not a Red Sox fan. I don't think I'm actually a baseball fan. But this seems like a pretty okay thing to do. I have not been to a baseball game, so I can't really speak, although I assume it would be a great thing to enjoy if you live near a baseball stadium. And I believe that baseball games are like the great summer activity to do. If you want to go to a baseball game, you can enjoy hot dogs, you can enjoy popcorn, you can enjoy beverages, and watch your favorite team play ball. Go super slugger on them even if they have to. But I have personally never done that in the summer at least. I believe when I was in school, I visited Yankee Stadium because I'm from New York. Shea Stadium, I feel like I could have rather went to, but Yankee Stadium was the one that was open at the time for us to go to. So we sat in like the bleachers and stuff, and we saw the entire Yankee Stadium, and it was good, but that was a long time ago. Okay, so beach days. S tier activity. There's nothing that screams summer more than going to the beach. Like, when you hear the word summer, like the season summer, June, July, August, that is peak beach day time. That is peak beach time. You're not going to go to the beach in December. Like, that's not even a thing. Beach days are for the summer. June, July, August, and that's it. More people go to the beach during that time. It's a summertime thing. Summertime, beach, get your favorite bathing suit, get your favorite snacks and food and beer that you like drinking, and just go out with the fam, go out with friends, go out with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and just have a great relaxing beach day. And just tan or just swim in the water to cool yourself off. There is nothing that screams summer more than a beach day. So S tier for that. Beer gardens. I'm going to put this as not applicable because I do not drink beer. Although I would assume that a lot of guys love doing this. They probably would think that it is an S tier thing. Bike rides. Now, I rode the bike when I was a kid, and it is an A tier thing, right? Going for a bike ride. It's really hot. you're working out and you're pushing yourself to the limit, going from point A to point B on a bike ride. It's a nice summer day. It's super duper hot out, and you just feel that hot sun beaming down on you on a bike ride. So I would say that's an A tier thing. Okay, camping. Camping, right? I'm going to put this at a C, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, I remember at one point somebody asked me to go camping with them out in the woods, and I straight up rejected them because of a couple reasons. It depends where you decide to camp. Okay? If you camp out in the open, I feel like actually that's worse, I feel. Because you don't know what's. I put it in C because you don't really know what's out there when you're camping. Have you seen that video where somebody was taking a video inside their tent and there was a literal horse staring dead at them? If you saw it, and that was in the middle of the day, like broad daylight, like high noon. If you saw that at night, if I saw that at night, I would shit myself. If I saw any creature, whether it be a horse, whether it be a bear, whether it be a moose, if they were dead staring at me smack dab in the middle of the tent, just staring at me, I would crap myself. I would shit myself and hope that the smell would ward off any offending creature. So, also, I feel like going camp, like, I put it at C tier because I know a lot of people love doing so, just going out into the wilderness, but like, I've heard a lot of stories where camping went wrong. And I feel like if I was out there, some part of me would say, like, I would much rather be home right now. Like, because you don't know what's out there. So, I feel like camping would be a C. Concerts and festivals. Now, I have went to a wrestling show. That doesn't count as a concert or a festival, but I have been to a wrestling show in the summer. It's usually the summertime where I mostly go. My first wrestling show was SmackDown 2014 on July 22nd, 2014. That taping of SmackDown, and it was one of the greatest shows I've ever been to. Just simply because I love the energy that everybody gives off, and you just feel the energy as well. And I'm a sucker for bright lights. I'm a sucker for pyro. I'm a sucker for loud music and stuff like that. It jacks me up. So I assume that going to a concert or a festival like Warped Tour or Rollin' Loud or something like that, or just any concert, I my I have not been to a concert yet, I feel. So if I were to go to any concert, it would either be for Metallica or for Wu-Tang Clan. Those are my two top ones that I want to go to if I ever get the chance to. But I feel like that would be an S tier thing because you like music gets louder in the summer, and you want to just enjoy music at that time. So I feel like there's nothing better to do than to just go to a concert or festival in the summer. That is S tier. And another thing that's S tier, which is the next on the list, is cookouts. I'm so glad that my dad is doing more barbecues, especially with like corn and stuff and like grilling and stuff in the summer. I just I love when you're out and you're doing a cookout and you just have all this different food on the grill. You're just smoking chicken, you're doing like beef patties, like burgers and hot dogs and chicken and other kebabs or even vegetables. Like you throw corn on the grill and do all that kind of, oh my god. Like I can just like just a regular cookout, like a picnic on the well, is picnic on here? Yeah, picnic is on here. We're gonna get to that later. But a good old fashioned cookout, whether you have a gas grill, whether you have a coal grill, like there is nothing that screams summer like a cookout. I love cookouts because I'm a foodie, right? Cookouts are an S tier summer activity. Okay. You got all the food you want out there. You're with your buddies. You're with your family. You're with your friends. You're with your significant other. Just having a good old cookout, sharing your favorite food, just reminiscing about about the good old times, or talking about what the plans are for the fall, or just even for the summer if you're beginning summer, especially like beginning summer cookouts when you have the rest of the summer ahead of you to do. Is that not the best thing to do? I feel like that is. Cookouts are amazing. S tier summer activity. Let's see what. Okay, 12 minutes. Good. Next up, we have fairs, carnivals, theme parks. Another S tier activity. Now, certain fairs, certain carnivals. When I used to live in New York, there were certain carnivals and certain fairs that I would go to, and they would be fun. Get to ride certain rides. But if you want to do like the top theme parks, you want to go do like, again, I'm biased because I work for Disney World. You want to like go to Disney World or Disneyland Resort in Cali. Do Disney World in Florida. You got 4 theme parks already. You got Magic Kingdom. You got Epcot. You got Hollywood Studios. You got Animal Kingdom. You even got Typhoon Lagoon, and you got Blizzard Beach. Well, Blizzard Beach is more so for the fall and the winter because Blizzard Beach. But then for spring and summer, you got Typhoon Lagoon. But for fairs, like just a regular old carnival, if we're talking like straight up like underground carnival or fair, that's also an S tier activity. You get to try like different foods that you never got to try. There's certain different like activities to do, like face painting and going on like the carousel, or like classic fair like attractions, like, or seeing different shows, like even if it's not just a regular underground fair, like just going to theme parks, you know, like Disney. Again, I'm biased because I work for Disney. I talked about it a lot. Going to Disney in the summer, especially now, you're gonna be really really hot with a humongous crowd of people. But the good thing is that there's so much food to hydrate your, like so much food to get you refueled. There's so much water to hydrate yourself, even if you bring your own. That's much better. You get to do attractions, like certain attractions have like good air conditioning. You get to enjoy a certain attraction. That's S tier summer activity to go to the fair, and I love that. And I also miss going to like a regular old time fair, like, or a carnival. It's just fun to do. Okay, bonfires. A tier. Now, I've done very few bonfires in my life. Matter of fact, the most recent one I've done was a few years ago with my aunt MC Benz, where she had a small little bonfire ring, and we just threw sticks in there and we just lit it up. We just put some uh some gas, some gasoline, and we just lit that shit up on fire. And we just had a small little bonfire moment, and just cooking s'mores and stuff, and just having a just campfire. Just you always got to be make sure you put that out, just in case, like, the ground or the grass starts to burn, and you're just mm, I mean, it's already hot anyway in the summer anyway. So I would probably put that at B tier, actually, because I can see bonfires working like in the fall. I feel like that's more of a fall activity. Like bonfires, like the weather's getting much cooler, and it's like very comforting, and you just want to warm up, so you just do a bonfire. I think that's more of a fall activity. I can see if I close my eyes and I picture that in my head, I would picture myself and a couple friends, maybe even family. We're all wearing jackets, we're all wearing sweaters, we're all wearing long, like, regular long pants, like jeans or sweatpants, and or boots, like Uggs, or like other sneakers and stuff. And just sitting near the bonfire, just making s'mores, whatever. Bonfires are okay for a summer activity, but I feel like that's more of a fall activity. But it goes in B tier anyway, because I know people like doing that in the summer anyway. But it's hot anyway, so anyway, I don't know. It's a fall activity to me. Fireworks. July 4th. You don't ever want to miss July 4th fireworks, right? In the middle of the year, we either do that in the beginning of the year. Actually, no, we do that more so December 31st, New Year's Eve. And in the middle of the year, we got July 4th. We got firecrackers, fireworks. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. I am a huge sucker for doing the fireworks. I love listening to the boom of the fireworks and seeing all the different colors that come out of it. There's something so relaxing about it. Like, I went to WrestleMania 33 in 2017, and even though that was a spring thing, my initial reaction to the fireworks was just, I was in awe. I was just taking it all in. I was just looking at the fireworks. Oh my gosh. It's a great activity. I love fireworks. That's an S tier activity for the summer. It's like romantic also. If you're like at the carnival, let's say, and they just do fireworks. You're on the Ferris wheel, and you're just going around and around and around. You're at the top. You're with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, and you just witness the firework and you kiss under the fireworks. That's a romantic thing. Romance is not dead, y'all. You just gotta do more. All right, next up we have fishing. Now, my family has gone fishing. I have not gone fishing. I have been in a boat, and I have not gone fishing. I would assume that that's a top tier activity because a lot of people love fishing. That's like their hobby. That's like their life. Some people survive off of fishing. Like that's all people eat. Like some people just catch fish and they just they just love doing it. Like I've seen people catch huge bass and salmon and other types of fish, you know? Like hooking a fish in is like it's a good feeling, I would imagine. I would like to go fishing one day though, just to learn how to fish, cast a reel like bait a hook and just hook a fish by the mouth and just catch one and just see how much we get. So it's relaxing too, I would imagine. Fruit picking, I would put A tier. Me and my dad were working outside one day, and my neighbor has this tree that kind of overlaps around our fence. And we decided why not help this tree by picking the ripe fruit. And there's no better feeling than just watching, like, harvesting fruit, like getting like fresh fruit like from the ground that hasn't even been tampered with in any way. Just something about a fresh fruit like that you have to eat as soon as you pick it off the tree, pick it off the vine. Um just even when I was doing it the other day with my dad, where he was picking the Java plums off a tree and just putting, I just had the bowl, he had the net and I just had the bowl. I just made sure that all the little fruits were in the bowl, and it was pretty cool to see that kind of fruit, just see it ripe and just good for the harvest. And I mean, fruit picking, like you can't go wrong with that. Like just picking different fruits and vegetables that are ripe. Just so if you guys don't know what a fruit is, the difference between a fruit and a vegetable is fruits come from the flower and fruits have seeds in them. Vegetables are the roots that you eat, like the carrots. Fruits are apples, lemons, bananas. Tomatoes are fruits, technically, because they have seeds, tomato seeds. Even peppers, which we consider like savory, fruits are not necessarily sweet. Fruits are what comes from the seed and what comes from the flower, right? And vegetables like carrots, cabbage, beets, they're the roots. Potatoes, those are vegetables, right? Vegetables are the root. Fruits are the seeds, okay? But fruit picking is a great activity to do in the summer. Just it's in the hot sun, so it's perfect. Some fruits are like perfect for like picking in the summer, like when they're ready for harvest. Gardening. My dad, I would put this in S tier only because my dad loves doing this. My dad loves gardening. He picks out the certain peppers, certain like certain fruits and vegetables. Like he puts kale, I think. He has eggplants growing. He's got some tomatoes growing. He's got mangoes. He's got cherries. He's got lemons. He's got all that in the garden. Like we have trees on the left side, and then we have little plants on the right where he's growing different fruit. He loves gardening, whether it be like doing it for fruits and vegetables or for like flowers and stuff. Like that's and I think it's because he likes watching stuff grow. Like even the time lapse that I like box lapse. If you don't know what box lapse is, it's like a Snapchat story that you watch, and it's a time lapse of different kinds of plants growing. Like I watched a sunflower grow time lapse. I've seen like peanuts grow. I've seen pepper plants grow. I've seen tomato plants grow. I've seen all of that. Like, and it's pretty fascinating. But for me, it's not necessarily my thing. Although I know my dad likes it, so I'm putting it in Esther. He loves doing that year round anyway, so that's his gardening thing. I'm gonna put it in S tier. Hiking. I'll put that at S tier because I'll tell you why. When I was in fourth grade, there was and I was away from my family for like a couple days. I forgot. I think we were in upstate New York, and we did a couple of activities. We stayed in this house, like this little cabin, where most of us just stayed. It was like only a couple of us. Like the boys stayed in one room with a couple of bunk beds, and um, the girl stayed in on the other side of the cabin, and we were all together, and um, it was nice, honestly. Even though I didn't like really being away from my family, like I still had a good time because I was with my friends, my classmates and my teachers kept reassuring me that everything was going to be fine. And we did the train ride. We were on a train, like a old steamliner train. Um what else? We did the hiking. I remember I was hiking with my computer lab teacher, and he helped me get through it, and I had my bag, I had my water, I had my sunscreen, I had my insect repellent on me, and I wore long sleeves because I knew there was poison ivy around and I didn't want to get that all over myself. So I remember doing that hike and I felt accomplished. It was really hot that day. It was like near the end of the fourth grade year. So I think it was either before my birthday or after I think it was before my birthday. So it wasn't necessarily a summertime activity. It was a spring activity, if that makes sense. But I can imagine hiking being a top S tier activity, like hiking, because you're out in the wilderness. You're just going on this hike. You're walking, you're exploring nature. You're just in nature, just looking at different trees, listening to the animals, the birds, and looking at different insects, hiking on a trail. Oh, it's a lot of people love doing that stuff. So I will put that at S tier. Or maybe I'll put that at A tier because I haven't done it enough, but I know it's good. There's certain things that can happen. I've heard certain stories that some people have gotten lost while hiking, which is why I like to stay in groups and I never like to veer away from the path. Next up, we have ice cream. Getting ice cream as a summertime activity. That's top tier. Mr. Softy? You know the Mr. Softy, like, okay, I have a gripe though. Around my neighborhood, there's an ice cream truck that comes all the time, and I get so pissed off for some reason. Because that's all I hear, like the ice cream truck just going around and around and around. And I never ever see anybody get ice cream. Never. It's always just passing by. There is nobody that wants to stay out in the hot ass sun waiting for the ice cream truck to appear. Like every once in a while, in the summer when I was in New York when I was a kid, the Mr. Softy truck sometimes came around. And I would hear that jingle. Every kid would get excited and they would just run out because they would get ice cream. And it was a ice cream and Dole Whip especially. They're nice, cold treats to cool down. Oh my god, I was at like a year ago. I was at Magic Kingdom, and I got myself Dole Whip for the first time. It was all over my hands, like all over my hands. Like it was cause the cast member forgot her name, but this is like an unrelated story. But I had a cup of Dole Whip. Like the Dole Whip was like twice the size of the cup that I had in my hand, so I had to eat really fast in order for not to get in my hands. It was all over my hands anyway, cause it was just like all over, and I was like so sticky afterwards. I'm like, and all the kids were looking at me. I'm just like trying to finish my Dole Whip. I was like smiling, and I'm just like, no, there's nothing to see here. It was embarrassing, but I mean, what can you do? Like, I got it all over my hands anyway. I'm sure a lot of kids did at the time, but I wasn't a kid. I was a 26-year-old man just trying to get Dole Whip. But we're talking about ice cream. Ain't nothing better than getting a cold, soft serve on a cone, on a waffle cone, on a nice waffle cone. Just getting a soft serve ice cream on a hot, sunny day and just having that cold, creamy, icy texture hit your tongue. Ugh. There's nothing like having ice cream. I love ice cream. I love it. I love ice cream. I don't care. I love ice cream. Ice cream for the win, dude. Okay? Ice cream for the win. I like getting ice cream at Epcot. And I know I keep talking about the freaking Disney activities, but I haven't been going as often as I'd like, but one day when I went, I had ice cream and it's a fun time. Um anyways, um kayaking. That's the next activity. Kayaking is hold on. Sorry. I had to pause it for a little bit there cuz something was happening around me. But we're all good now. So, kayaking. That's what I was saying. Kayaking. I'll put that at A tier. Even though I had the opportunity to do so, but I just didn't feel like it at the time. I was at my coworkers going away party. We went to the beach club in Wekiva Springs with the rest of my coworkers or fellow cast members. Um, I I took a dip in the river and it was super cold, but I mean it cooled me off, so I'm not mad about it. Um, we rented a couple kayaks. I've seen my fellow cast members uh go on the kayak. It was super fun. Um, although I would not have liked to be tipped over, so I would have not been a fan of that. So, but as long as you have fun and as long as y'all stick together and as long as everybody is not hurt, that I feel like that's all that matters, right? As long as you're having fun, that's the main thing. I feel like it would have been relaxing just to have a. You have to do work uh when you're going up, but when you're coming back around, the water's clear and stuff. You could see like underneath, and I would imagine it's nice just to do some kayaking and doing the paddle boats and stuff. So I would put kayaking at an A tier um summer activity. So okay, farmers markets. You got before I start. You guys know the website farmersonly.com? Isn't that the funniest dating website for farmers only? You know them city folk just don't get it, right? And you city folk need not apply. So I just I just want to mess up the whole ecosystem and be like, "Hello. I am an Indian from New York City, from Queens, New York. I am not a farmer, but there is a farmer's market in Manhattan that I live in." No, I'm joking. It's all a joke. I'm not from Manhattan. I'm from Queens. I'm from Queens, New York. Um, farmers markets. A tier. Some farmers markets have some great things. Like you just get fresh produce from a farmer who knows what they're doing. Like you get fresh milk, fresh goat milk, fresh cow's milk, fresh produce from a farmer's market. There's just nothing better. It's fresh because it hasn't been tampered with. Doesn't have any other chemicals to it. Doesn't have any additives or preservatives to make it last longer. It's pure fresh produce. And I feel like getting food from the farmer's market, you cannot go wrong with that. So A tier for farmers markets. Mini golf. Mini golf is also an A tier. I put it lower on the list. It would be S tier if I didn't suck at mini golf so much, but mini golf is just super duper fun. A lot of people love mini golf, just teeing off, just just having your little putter, your little lucky putter in the golf court, with Tiger Woods, and you're just doing some mini golf, you know. But I suck at mini golf, so that's why I didn't put it at an S tier. Otherwise, if I was great at mini golf, I would put it in S tier. You know me. But for what it is, as a fun activity onto its own, mini golf, A tier. Movie screenings. Guys, the hottest movie of the summer, Deadpool 3, is coming out on the 26th. Having a good movie screening, like the hottest movie of the summer, is coming out. And you're just so pumped to see it. Everybody's been talking about it. You just want to go see. You just want to get your popcorn. You just want to get your snacks. You just want to go to that theater. You want to be front row sitting and going to that movie just to see it. And you're just having a grand old time. I think I don't know what. Okay, I got one. Toy Story 3. That was a summer movie in 2010 that I was anticipating so much because I have been waiting as a kid. Because when I was a kid, the only two movies were Toy Story 1 and 2. Those were the only movies. There was no Toy Story 3 back then. Me and my sister kept wondering, when is Toy Story 3 coming out? There's Toy Story 1 and 2. Is there a 3? Don't people like Toy Story? Are we the only ones that really like Toy Story? But to everyone's shock, and to my shock even, I never, ever thought there was going to be a Toy Story 3. Until 2010, when I saw it, I loved it because I was just waiting. I was waiting so bad for that movie, which is probably why I liked it much more than I should have, because I have been anticipating that movie so long, ever since childhood when I started watching Toy Story 2 and 1 and 2 over and over and over again. Like, are they going to complete when Andy actually grows up? I feel like that's the most logical step. And I feel like it came out at the right time, honestly, because when we started watching Toy Story, everybody was probably pretty much Andy's age when Toy Story came out. So when 3 came out, everybody was already all grown up, and they felt like the movies and the toys, we grew up along with Andy. So that's the logical step. So also Toy Story 4. I thought Toy Story 3 was never going to come out. I never even imagined there was going to be a Toy Story 4. So seeing Toy Story 4 like 9 years later, that is so wild to me. Like, as time passes, I never thought Toy Story 3 would come out, let alone Toy Story 4. And I imagine, like, I liked Toy Story 4 a lot more than 3. I don't know why. Cuz I feel like there wasn't even a villain in that movie. I think that's what I liked about it, like, cuz I know some people are like just misunderstood and they just want something to go home to, and I need to watch Toy Story 4 again because I feel like I I don't know. And now that they announced that a Toy Story 5 is coming out, like, what? Toy Story 5? Now they're just pulling my leg. But movie screenings are an S tier. I talked enough about movie screenings already. I already talked about Toy Story a lot, so we're moving on. Picnics. I probably only went on 1 or 2 picnics at most. I would put that at an A tier. Actually, B tier. Because I would imagine some fights starting at picnics. Like, okay. I listen to a lot of Dr. Dre, right? And like the West Coast rap, like the G Funk era, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Snoop Dogg, all that stuff, like Ice Cube. They talk about smoking chronic and hash and weed at picnics. Like hanging out at the picnics, just smoking weed, having food and stuff. And I would imagine some fights would start happening, you know? And I don't even know how people even like get together at a picnic to whatever, you know? Like, so I don't know. If it's a family thing, then I would assume it's great. But if it's just with other people that you don't even know and like fights start, like taking other people's food and stuff, because I feel like that happens. So I put that at a B tier. Okay. Or maybe I just haven't done it with the right people. I don't know. Pools. S tier. No, not A tier. S tier summertime activity. Anytime I'm home alone, I just like to dip in the pool when it's a hot summer day. Sometimes I get some water out. Sometimes I, make myself a little food outside and I just take a dip in the pool and I just swim and just cool yourself off. There's nothing like a pool day in the summer. Like pool days when the summer sun is just like beaming down on you, everything is just so like achingly hot. You just want to take a dip in that pool just to cool yourself off, you know? Like there's nothing like it. Pool days with friends, family. Oh, some of the best memories. Excuse me. Some of the best memories from summer come from pool days. When I was a kid, My mom would take me to the sprinkler park. Me and my sister would to the sprinkler park, and we would just have like sprinkler days, and the sprinkler would come on sometimes, and you would just wet yourself. And now, as an as a kid, I would have much rather like go dipping in the pool and get my whole entire body wet instead of just portions of my body. But as an adult, I appreciate like how hot it's actually getting, and like the minimal amount of, just putting it on my face, just having some water splash on your face to cool yourself down. Like that helps a lot. So pool days, an immediate S tier. Okay. What's this? Road trips. Oh boy. Road trips, S tier. No, no, not B tier. S tier. There's nothing like a good old road trip. Good old fashioned road trip just to suit your fancy, you know? The last really long road trip that I ever did with my family was it was me, my sister, my mom and dad. We're all going to Toronto, Canada, all the way from Florida all the way up until we hit Toronto, right? I mean, we took like a break in between, like just to like go in the middle, right? In the middle of the I think we stopped in like Virginia, in like, was it Virginia? I think it was Virginia, but we left at night. We packed. You're just packing your bags, taking all your favorite things, getting your devices, going on a good old fashioned road trip, and you're just like sightseeing. You're just driving. When and I would recommend getting a tune up for your car, getting your oil changed, and getting that good old car fix, pumping up your tires, putting some gas in there or diesel, whichever car you have. And once everything's all tuned up, you pack your bags, you put everything inside, you get your music on, and you just set off. Man, I got some good memories with road trips. Just sitting in the car and just experiencing like new roads and like looking at new things. When you're doing a good old fashioned road trip, there's nothing like a good. I love road trips, dude. I don't know. Road trips are my favorite. I love road trips. Road trips are it's it's so good. Like cuz you're just in your car, you're so familiar, but like you're in an unfamiliar place, but your car is familiar. Like you just got that good old fashioned GPS on your side, and you just go wherever you want with that good old tuned up car you got. Oh, so good, so good. I want to do a road trip. I want to do a road trip soon. Just pack everything, just set off on a good old road trip, however long it is. Okay, community sports. So I'm not a sports person. I don't do sports. I feel like I should do more sports often. Although I would like to watch a sport. Maybe that's what they mean doing like watching sports. Even just community, like just for school. Like if there's like a summer activity, like summer sports, like soccer or baseball, just for like the kids to enjoy. I think like kids sports, like if people are like if the kids are athletic and they want to do like just to just watch them play. I don't know. I haven't done it, so I wouldn't know how that is. I would assume it's fun like if you have a child that is gifted in a certain sport, they want to play basketball, they want to play baseball, they want to play soccer, football. And I'm sorry to my friend Jack who's watching this because he is from Scotland. Americans say soccer, okay? Just by saying that he just got triggered, I can hear him squirming in his chair or his seat or his bed. I hear him like squirming. He would much rather me say football. So it makes the most sense because you actually use your feet. Football. He's a football fan. But United States football, American football, that's what I'm into. So, there goes my cat. Sparkle just doesn't shut up, does she? So, I have no real theory and no opinion on community sports, but I assume they're fun. And I put NA because it's not that I don't like it, it's just that I haven't done them to know like what to do. But what can you do? Stargazing. Stargazing is an A tier. The only reason why I put it in A tier and not an S tier is because sometimes you just get those annoying bugs at night. When you're stargazing with somebody, like it has to be a clear night, like a really clear night. Like there has to be no clouds on the sky. You got to be able to see like the constellations. You got to see the constellation of Andromeda. Maybe you want to see like the like the zodiac sign constellations. You want to be able to see like all your zodiac signs, like Aries. I'm an Aries. I want to see the ram. Like for Leo, for my mom, I want to see the lion. Or even Gemini. Or Scorpio, or any of those. So, stargazing. I know I talk about the astrology, like constellations and stuff. I know my entire reading. I'll tell you right now what my entire reading is. Okay? Through Snapchat, divining my astrological profile. My sun is an Aries. I am an Aries sun. That's my individuality. That is who I am as a person. I am an Aries because my birthday is March 28th. March falls in late March, early April. They're Aries. Okay. My moon, which is what my emotions are I'm a Scorpio moon. I'm 23 degrees in Scorpio. Right? For my sun, I'm determined, brave, impulsive. For my moon, which is my emotions, I'm a Scorpio, which I am intense, magnetic, and deep. Right? That's what my emotions are. And my rising, which is like the shooting star, is Sagittarius. 28 degrees in Sagittarius, which is my persona, what my personality is. I'm bold, enthusiastic, and positive. I would say that. My Mercury is in Aries, which is how I communicate. I'm determined, brave, and impulsive. That's my communicative skills. My Venus is in Aries, 6 degrees in, which is what my preferences are: determined, brave, and impulsive. Oh. Okay. Those are my preferences. My Mars is in Virgo, 22 degrees in Virgo. Considerate, precise, and helpful. That's my motivation. Considerate motivations, precise motivations, and helpful motivations. My Jupiter is in Aquarius. My expansion is unique. My expansion is friendly and independent. Okay. My Saturn is in Aries. My responsibility, determined, brave, and impulsive. My Uranus is in Aquarius. My freedom is unique. Freedom is friendly. My Neptune is in Capricorn, which is my spirituality, strategic spirituality, observant, and pragmatic. My Pluto is in Sagittarius, which is my transformation, bold, enthusiastic, and positive. So, I am very passionate. My modality, which is more cardinal, which is like a leader. Okay. My polarity is yang, which I'm more active and not really reserved. I thrive on excitement and determination, which inspires others. You enjoy working on the next goal on project to keep the energy high. Okay, sounds like me. But those are my astrological signs. I would want to see constellations at night. If I'm doing stargazing, I want to see the Big Dipper. I want to see the Little Dipper. I want to see my astrological signs like Aries, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, and whatever else I was. Virgo, Aquarius, Aries, my one Capricorn that I have, my one Virgo that I have. I think I have like 2 Aquarius. So I pretty much have a little bit of everything. Last but not least, we have beach volleyball. A tier. Now, if I were to play any sport with anybody, it would probably be volleyball. I'm not good at serving, but I remember I was in high school. I played with some of my buddies, and it was a pretty good time. I would get pretty tired easily, but I mean, volleyball was my thing. I liked it. Well, I wouldn't say it was my thing, but if compared to every other sport that everybody else was playing, volleyball was one thing I would much rather do, you know? So, there you have it. I have my entire summer activities tier list. And the lowest one is camping, which maybe I just haven't done that with the right people, but I can't imagine if anything else happens. I probably would imagine if anything happens to me, if I came across an animal, I probably wouldn't want to do it again. So, I don't know. But that is my summer activities tier list. So to recap. For S tier, we have beach days, concerts and festivals, cookouts, fairs and carnivals, fireworks, gardening, ice cream, movie screenings, pool days, and road trips. Those are all S tier activities for me. Those are my go-to. I would do over and over and over again. S tier summertime things. For A tier, we have bike rides, fruit picking, hiking, kayaking, farmers markets, mini golf, stargazing, and beach volleyball. Those things I would do probably once every summer. Even if I don't do it one summer, it's completely fine with me. For B, you would have bonfire and picnics. Those are things that I have done. Probably wouldn't do it again. And then C, we have camping, which is like, I could probably do without it. So, and also in the not applicable activities, I have baseball games, beer gardens, fishing, and community sports. Some things I would have to try to do, but others, due to my preferences, I'd rather not. So, that's the summer activities tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed. Would you put anything higher or lower on the list? Please let me know in the comments down below. And with all that being said, we have barely reached an hour for this podcast episode. So, I want to thank you all for listening to the Eazy-Austin show. Everybody knows my socials. You guys all might know my socials. I don't have to explain anything to y'all because you loyal fans out there who have been sticking with me since the very beginning, even since I started the podcast, when I started this channel in 2018, you guys have stuck around and you know exactly how I am. And for that, I applaud you. I appreciate you for sticking with me all these years since 2018. A lot has changed since then. My life has changed since then, and it's only for the better. And it's only onward and upward from here. So, thank you all for listening. This is Eazy-Austin signing off.